Hey, Ned. Are you watching your sheep, Bubba? There's a good boy. That's not good. That is something we never like seeing, especially when we first start the pump. There is tons of grass for these sheep. I just have to get my fence finished so we can get them out on this. There's about 30 acres, I think, out here, and they need to be here.
This is the problem, though. Look at the weeds started.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking more at all these stupid willows. We just need to, like, do a major kill on them or something.
Look at the thistles.
Yeah, we gotta do major kill on those too. Well, if we put the fence line here like we planned to, well, they're too big. Sheep won't eat them now.
No.
But next year, they'll get everything in there and they'll keep a bunch of that stuff down.
Okay,
so what am I looking for?
I don't know.
What are these?
Willows.
Oh, never mind.
So that's corrugate. So they'd be in that hump.
The one I'm walking on? This one.
There's corrugate. It'd be this hump.
And this hump.
And that hump. Oh, here's a pea. Nope, those are corns. They may have just still been in the thing. I thought they were peas. There was a beet from last year.
We still have a ton of beets. We should plant those somewhere.
Why? They didn't grow last year.
We didn't water anything last year because we didn't have water last year. I'm not seeing any of your veggies.
Me neither. There's 2 corns.
Yeah.
And I did just throw it in with what was in there, so there was...
So they could be just too old.
Could be.
I mean, that stuff's been sitting in that box for 5 years at least.
Probably, yeah.
And who knows how long it was before we got it. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, once we get some water on it, it might surprise you.
Don't know what I think. What it needs.
And this is all hay and oats, right? Just
This
like the
side
other
is.
one.
Yep.
This side hay and oats, that side corn. And that's the same as what you planted in the other 2.
Yep.
West side hay and oats, east side corn. I can remember this.
And it's that way on both. Each side is.
Yep, that's what I was telling myself. It's the same way in both fields.
Yep.
That way I know if you tell me, go to the north side of the slough to the corn and put that wheel line on, I know which one it is.
Okay. Lots of plug birds.
Oh, my Lanta. But look on the bright side.
We're going round and round.
We got water. So my husband is going to go and fix the risers. I'm going to go head in and start dinner because it's almost 9 o'clock. And, holy Hannah. Ned is in with the sheep and staying with the sheep. He is such a good dog. He likes lambs. So during lambing season, he was always in with our buddy's sheep because they were outside. Our sheep, we bring in the barn to lamb out there, or lamb in there, and he never wanted to come in the barn. So the other two dogs, they would switch off, one sleeping out just outside the barn where the ewes were, and then the other one would kind of patrol back and forth. But Ned would not go in that barn for any reason. So it makes me so happy that he is out here with this other group of sheep, and they don't have an issue with him, thankfully. But he stays, and he wants to be out there, and I feel like I finally have a dog that's doing its job, because he'd come out here in the mornings and he'd plant himself by one of the willow trees, and then he would come in with them at night, but he would never actually be in the pen with them. So I don't have near the fear that I had last year. Eventually the sheep are going to live out here. They will not go back to the barn. This is their home for the summer. There is so much feed out here. I need 500 head total, which would be an extra 300 head of sheep, and that is what I would love to be able to have just out there, even if we don't milk them all. Just let them raise babies and let my dogs do their jobs. So yeah, that's basically what our night is. Checking sheep. Check this out. That's my daughter in the loader. Coming up here to feed the sheep. So we still have a few ewes that their lambs are not a lot younger, but they're less than the less than the 45 days that I prefer to put lambs out on pasture, especially where they are all the way out back and not close here where I can see them. So they're starving. Hi, Bambi. Hi, Bambi. How's your baby? Hi, sis. Hi, sis. You guys are pushy. That's Bambi's baby. She is almost 60 days. Hi, girls. Hi. Hi. Most of these in here are my ewe lambs. So my ewe lambs, they should not have gotten bred, and they did. So we've just been feeding them hay. Hi, Gretel. That's my girl. So Bambi's lamb, and then Gretel's lamb, which is somewhere in that mix with Gretel. They are the two oldest in this group. But you know, all these little ones out here, they're too little for me to send out back. You know, most were born end of April, beginning of May. So they aren't even 30 days yet, or just barely. But I've got probably maybe 5 in here. You know, there's a couple boys and their moms that can go, and you know, like I said, the 2, Gretel and Bambi, and their ewe lambs can go, but I just makes me nervous. I've lost too many lambs to coyotes and eagles and hawks that I'd rather keep them in and not risk it. Hey Casper, what you doing, bud? What you doing? You gonna babysit the sheep up here tonight, huh? That gonna be your job? You gonna babysit the sheep up here tonight? Oh, who'd you get into it with? Got blood all over you. You and yeah. You need to leave that other dog alone, dude. You need to leave Slick alone.